Hey, hey.
Welcome. So we are excited. We had a chance to do our live Q&A with fans, and it was super fun talking about all of your fun hot takes on how you thought the final episode
Oh,
went.
yeah.
And it's weird that it's kind of over, but then I'm super excited that it's not over because we still get to do our recap with our panel of guests and stuff. So that's like super, super fun.
Well, what's really weird is like season 39 is already filmed. Like it's already done. And we can't even watch it yet.
I know.
We don't have a date. It's like months.
Certainly it's not spring based on what they've said because the schedule's set and Padme's got her show, but we'll get into that. We're going to talk about that maybe at the end if we got time, but I want to bring in our guests because we got one of the kids in the background.
Oh, sorry. He's always like, should I walk by? It's
fine. So I'm excited to bring in our first guest because when it comes to podcasts, I feel like this guy is like royalty. Like he's been doing this a long time, talking about reality TV. He's kind of like the aficionado. And I feel like if I could be like half of what he is when it comes to like Amazing Race recap stuff, like we're getting close, like maybe. But when I was digging deep for videos to like hype this person up, I found some fun stuff. And so I've actually got two different hype videos I'm going to use. One, we're going to watch ahead of time, bring him in. And then the other one we're going to watch once he's on screen because I want to see his reaction for it. Yeah, let's watch this first one first because this, I think, does a nice little job of giving us a little snippet into like just how cute this duo is. So yeah, let's watch this video. And here's travel hacks. Like if you follow their account, you will learn how to experience travel on a whole new level. And I had to drop this photo in, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But let's bring in James to the show. Welcome.
That is so funny.
I really appreciate that intro. That was very sweet. And like Scott and Laura, you guys do such a good job with all of your content. Truly, like you guys put so much work into it, and it shows. And you're so thorough with your note taking, and just you guys do a really great job.
Way OCD, way extra, but
I love it. I love it.
And we had a chance to meet Will and James. Like we saw them at the New York City finale. They were super nice enough to make the trip out for the end of our season. And that was just an epic party. But then we got to kind of go down to their territory in LA for the premiere. And it was just so much fun. Like that was a party, wasn't it? Down in LA for the premiere this season.
So much fun. And honestly, like I feel like there needs to be more race events out west. Like it's time and time again out east, and nothing against the East Coast, but let's bring it out west more. Let's just bring it this way.
Yeah, like New York City gets to host like every finale of Tar for like the last 4 seasons. It feels
truly. Right? Oh my God. But we were so bummed we couldn't make this one work out. It looked like a blast.
Yeah, same here. Like after Over the Edge, I had to actually work to go in the emergency room, so we couldn't get out there for the finale. But
and we're leaving for Disneyland tomorrow, and I'm like, I can't get another trip in. I'm like, it's too much. So it's too much. But
we don't have your duo here. Sweet Will is busy with the many things that are Will, but I love the content that you guys you share on your account. And those that have been watching your recap, it's been so fun to watch the two of you ping-ponging off each other, talking about this great season.
I know. I mean, because he hasn't recapped a season with me since like season 34-ish. So he's taken a break, but coming back for this, since we've had so many friends on it, he's like, I have to talk about this season. But I love it. We have such good banter, and we have definitely differing opinions at times, which makes it really fun. But yeah, like I
you don't agree on everything?
Not everything.
Who's right?
I think I am when it comes to Amazing Race opinions.
That's fair. You've been doing this longer, right?
Exactly.
Was it to be on the Amazing Race in the first place? Like who was like, let's make a tape?
Definitely mine. I mean, I had applied so many times prior to even meeting Will, and then when we first started dating, we both realized we had such a love and passion for reality competition shows. His was more Big Brother. Mine has always been Survivor and The Amazing Race. So bringing those three worlds together in our relationship has been fun. And I was like, we need to apply for The Amazing Race. Like, why aren't we? But because he had done Top Model, we just never knew if it would work out because they're so weird about crossovers. But I think enough time had passed, 4 years, that they were like, who cares? And then it took 2 years for our season to air that it was like Top Model was like an afterthought. No one really talked about it.
And America's Next Top Model, that was the boys versus girls season 2, like the second time they had done a mix.
Right.
And he finished second place that season. Like he
did.
It.
I know. He's like, I was like, do you want to go back on reality TV? He's like, I don't know. I feel like I'm sitting pretty, having never been eliminated. And I was like, oh, shut up.
And then I heard maybe that's where you guys met. Is that a rumor? Is that true?
No, it's true. So I had done a reality show in 2013. And after I came off of it, I was like, I really want to kind of understand the creative process. Like, how do you really put together a cast? And a friend had reached out and was like, it's not a glorious job. It isn't like an administrative assistant position. I was like, oh, it's like Devil Wears Prada. Great. I would happily step into this. And I was the assistant to the supervising talent producer on Top Model. So I just managed her desk. And Tyra was doing like a contest to find someone through her website to be on the show. And Will had applied, and he is the one that ultimately won the Tyra.com contest. And so I met him. I said I was the first person to send him a casting email. I had no idea who he was. And then when he came out for casting finals, we met, and I was like, oh, this is crazy. And my boss was like, keep it professional. And I was like, don't even lecture me. You met your husband on a game show. Like, please.
Fair game. It's fair game. Well, that's a perfect intro to this other video I want to show. Like, I feel like watching your sweet relationship has been so fun. Let's watch this one for a second.
December 3rd is the day that we crossed the Amazing Race finish line, and the day that he proposed to me.
I didn't hear the official yes. Is that a yes?
A million times a yes.
I heard the yes.
It's a full circle moment. And to be back in the city of New Orleans where that all happened, it's just, there's so many feelings. I haven't cried yet, Jella. It's just, I'm very overwhelmed by the emotions that I've been feeling, and I've been trying to keep it all in, but like, I'm so freaking lucky. Like, come on. Like, what the heck?
I did not expect to get choked up this morning.
I know. I thought it was going to be another funny video.
I know. Another travel hack or something. There's lots of those videos I can show. But December 3rd, it's just passed. It was last week's episode. Episode 11 was on December 3rd. And I forgot the significance of that date. It's the date you cross the finish line. It's the day you get engaged. And if I understand it correctly, it's the day you got wed as well, right?
Yes.
Like
it just
drove that home.
Yeah. 3 significant meetings for the 3rd of December. But also, fun fact, Laura Pearson, who's a dear friend of ours and winner of season 26, it's her birthday.
I almost delivered her baby.
At the premiere party. Right. No, so sharing her birthday with our anniversary is really funny.
Well, and last thing before we bring in our next guest, tell me about this picture, because when I was talking with Mama Alex and she dropped this picture on me, I'm like, there's no way. Like, in what world does Tar overlap like years before? Like,
I know this was way before she even got into casting, and we had met doing Grinchmas at Universal Studios, and we hit it off. And then her and I were selected to film a game show pilot in Tokyo, Japan. And we went, but the filming for this pilot went on way too long. And so they were like, Alex and James, we don't really need you anymore. And so we just got a free trip to Tokyo, which was amazing. But, as life is, we sort of lost touch over the years. And she started working in Amazing Race after we were on the show. And I was like, this is such a weird coincidence.
Weird.
Yeah.
I freaking love it. So cute. So young. All right. Well, let's bring in our next guest. And I don't usually do hype videos for guests when they return to the show. That's usually a special thing for like first introduction thing. But for this duo, I found a hype video that I just love so much. And I think it's such a great tribute. So I couldn't do
Just not
season
do it.
12 finale without another hype video for this team. So
I love
let's
it.
watch this video and I'll bring them in.
Let's go!
Let's go.
Let's go, baby! Let's go! Let's go! Alright, let's go. Let's go, Eric! Hey, let's go! Let's go! Appreciate it. Let's go!
Let's go.
Ooh, let's go!
Let's go, Tucker.
If there was any question about whether this was a phrase that was uttered a lot this season,
Let's go!
let's go.
Good luck.
Eric, knock it out the park.
Let's go, Tucker.
Wait for it. All right, that video goes on for another 2 minutes. There is
No
2
way.
more minutes of that Let's Go video. Welcome to
that
the
is
show,
so
Tucker
funny.
and Eric from season 38 of The Amazing Race. Was that your catchphrase? Was that planned ahead of time, or is that just
Hell no. That's
I
just
think,
that's just natural excitement.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like after seeing the fan reaction to this season, like we're the first people to ever say "Let's go." I don't know. I think like there's a lot of the editing in there. They just, I think there was an above average amount of "Let's goes," and then editing just like hammed it up.
for
But
anyone who was playing the drinking game? Every time they heard "Let's go," most people did not make it through
R.I.P.
15 minutes of the episode.
yeah,
You guys
they
blacked
know
out.
it was, so.
Blacked out. Yeah.
That's
So
why Will's
I-
not here, actually. No,
Yeah.
Thanks to a Reddit member, we actually had somebody who
there it is,
scrubbed.
James. I was like, did I say
the
something
script.
wrong? What? Took too long, dude.
Oh my God.
So 959 times "Let's go" was said during season 38 of The Amazing
Oh
Race.
my gosh.
Like, that is iconic. That is.
I know, I gotta
Man,
get
we
my
couldn't
glass
break
on.
1,000 guys. Come on.
No, did you see?
What's that?
Scott, did you see the comment at the bottom of this the counts for the legs? It says if Tucker and Eric made it to the final leg, we probably would have reached 1,000.
Oh,
Oh,
1,000% we would.
1,000%.
I mean, there was 3 legs. What, 4 legs that we didn't see you guys on? Right? Or no,
yeah,
3
yeah, the
legs.
last
Yeah.
three.
So yeah,
Yep.
easily over 1,000, right? 959. Yeah, easy. But yeah, that's pretty incredible. Leg 5. Oh, no, leg 1 got us the most. That was 139 times. But second was leg 5, 110 times. But just epic. So much fun.
Yeah.
Did you guys have a good time? Like, what are your thoughts on
no.
Amazing Race?
No, the best time
Dude,
ever. It
it's
was
the
like
best
it was.
experience ever.
Yeah, easily.
Yeah,
The best experience we've ever had, the most fun. Like Tucker and I kept saying, you know, like we'd be back at the hotel or whatever. Like, dude, I feel like we were just like we were made for this. Like our whole life is like getting ready for the Amazing Race. Like super competitive growing up, you know, mental challenges, like physical
We were always
challenges.
with the
making
family
out of
that, like-
everything.
Yeah, the best
we
gift
just
was the
had
gift
time
of
of our life.
experience. And like once a year, our grandfather would make sure the family got together to like, spend time together and like experience whatever other culture or state or whatever it is that we're in. So yeah, those things were super deeply rooted into us, especially with our competitive nature and all this. And yeah, it was
You guys
crazy.
are
And like we're
competitive?
always
I didn't notice.
competing against each other. We're always like pushing each other because we're battling against each other. So this was a very fun, unique experience to be able to push each other to battle together,
Yeah.
And,
We just had the time of our lives. It was
Well, it was funny at the finale when Jag and Jazz are running to the mat the whole time. They're yelling, "Let's go!" And I'm like, "Why are they saying this?" Like, I was laughing at them, going, "Oh my gosh!" I was laughing with them, but I'm like, that totally could have gone up more if they would have said, "Everybody from this season,
You're
say,
right.
let's go."
Oh, that would have been. Yeah,
Well,
I mean,
and-
but it's hard not to. It's like it's the most exciting, like adrenaline-packed thing, and it's like you
Yeah.
don't have time to sit and chill and like explain what's going on and be like, "This is so awesome." It's just like
Yeah.
you either go "woo" or "let's go."
Let's go.
Quick burst, we're out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, other teams have had catchphrases like "out of towners," just some fun things that make it on the show. I feel like "Let's Go" is probably trademarked. You guys have probably done something to make sure that that's now yours.
Yeah, I'm catching residuals for every episode now.
Good
baby.
job. So anytime it's said from here on out, you'll get a little paycheck.
$1 or let's go.
So what I kept hearing from fans and even some of your fellow racers, like the mantra or the comment kept saying, "What can Tucker and Eric not do?" Like it felt like this race was catered to your strengths, like what you're able to do. We did see lowercase Greek alphabet maybe was something that
I'll talk to you guys later.
That's our nemesis.
You're like, and I'm out.
I'm out. That was tough. That was a tough one. Eric and I have been replaying things in our mind because you kind of can't not when you're on there when you get out, and we were just rotating detours and roadblocks, really, or roadblocks. We would just do it. I'd do one, he would do one.
Yeah,
and
that was the pattern we found ourselves in by like the third leg or something. So we're like, hey, it's working out. Like whatever this is.
It's good strategy. It's good strategy for real.
And then we were like, dang, okay, if we ever get the chance to do this again, dude, it doesn't matter. We're going to take that 1 to 3 seconds to read context clues. Who's the alpha as we're in Greece?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Oh, if you had thought about it more.
No, it was just the second we opened it up and it was like the Greek alphabet. I was like internally sobbing. I was like, fucking so hard right now.
Yeah. I think
and then the one before I should have done the egg one that he did.
Yeah, in retrospect, though, like the Romanian Easter egg hunt, Tuck's real good with like patterns and visual and creativity and all that stuff. And like I can memorize for sure. So in retrospect, we would have flipped those two. But what are you gonna do? That's the race. Like we lost fair and square. No crying over spilled milk. And like I said, we had the time of our lives. So
but it's really good milk.
Especially the ice
best milk I've ever had.
Yeah, it was super. Surprising. Like obviously we had been crushing it, and then all of a sudden it was just like felt like you just like fell off a cliff. It was like oh shit. Like we woke up the next morning. We're like,
and those lows.
We woke up the next morning like. Damn, dude, that actually happened. Like,
man,
go right now,
Still probably a little drunk from the bottle of wine we each drank.
Fair.
We're like, we got out. We have Eric's card on file. We don't care. A bottle each.
Yeah,
please.
Let us try
100%.
And give us two meals for dinner. We're dying.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about episode 12, 1 Million Cookies. It starts off with a cliffhanger, and I don't know how you feel about episode 11 ending in a cliffhanger, but I felt like, I don't know, it felt different than 37's cliffhanger. Any thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I understand why they did it to fill in like a 90-minute episode. But also like it kind of ruins the momentum for me. Like I feel like it should have ended. I feel like Paige and Izzy should have had their moment. It should have been their episode. But their elimination at the start of this, it's kind of like lost. It's a lost thought because now we're in the finale. You're so fixated on the 3 teams racing and who's going to win that I feel like Paige and Izzy deserved their moment. And I don't feel like we really got that at the start of the finale, unfortunately.
I agree.
Yeah.
I feel like for those that were in LA or not in New York, it was so sweet when I saw the video that showed everyone clapping for them. Like they still got their moment there in New York. And I thought that was really cool of the fans to do.
Yeah.
But I agree with you, James. I felt like doing it this way, you lose them. Like in a way, eliminated at the end of an episode, celebrate you. You get that whole walk off, that whole extra time at the end of the episode that's like yours to cherish or appreciate. When I was diving through slides and grabbing some stuff here, I did notice that for one moment it looked like they had Joseph and Adam actually running across the street, getting lost, trying to find, like they were running away from the check-in spot towards the Eiffel Tower.
Shocker.
I know, right? Joseph and Adam were lost. Was anyone to lead them?
We were in Dubrovnik. We were like done at like the edge of the whole city, and it's
you're like
we're
outside of the walls of this walled city.
Yeah, we're supposed to be like hiding as these teams are coming, and it's like, bro, we have nowhere to go, dude. And then all of a sudden, we're like going to get onto a bus, but we see Joseph and Adam like running outside of the walls, and they go up to like a tour guide lady, and it's a bunch of old. Just adorable people, and Joseph and Adam go over there and ask, and then they're like ah! Like cheering, freaking out, and everyone's cheering them on in this tour group, and they just run away from Dubrovnik all the way down the street to a completely different place. And we all get on the bus, just start dying, laughing. Kyle and Taylor and I, Eric and I, it was so funny.
It was hilarious.
Oh man.
So,
well, we do get the moment where Joseph and Adam do step on the mat. They get to finish in third place. They're going to make the finale. And then we get Paige and Izzy stepping on. And I can see it already. Paige is trying to support Izzy, but Izzy's so good at reading the room. She's already picking up those cues. Just the way Phil's demeanor changes.
Yeah.
And he's at the point where he hates, I think, delivering bad news to these teams that he's fallen in love with. And so, Izzy, I think, has already kind of figured it out, right?
Yeah, I mean, Phil, you can. Yeah, I mean, he's just a very expressive dude. You can sort of tell right away whenever you walk up. Like, even if not even if like you're getting first or second, there's just like, there's like a difference in the energy if you're aware of it, or the eyebrow.
The eyebrow. The eyebrow could be different. Yep.
I almost wish. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Eric.
I was gonna say, like, throughout the season, we saw Paige, with a bit more of that, like, I don't know, like sort of coming from a higher level of like of like the reading the room, like you said, Scott. Like, for example, when at the U-turn board in Dubrovnik, Izzy's like, I just want to be mad right now, and Paige is kind of trying to like right the ship, and whatnot. So I think that those same traits kind of came out here at the pit stop.
Yeah.
I almost wish if they were going to do a cliffhanger like this, like if this was always pre-planned in terms of like how they were going to edit the season, I almost wish that they would have done what they did in season 25 with like Amy and Maya. And the penultimate leg, they got last, and they were like, oh, it's a keep on racing into the finale. And that was the first time we had seen 4 teams move
in
forward
the finale.
into the finale. I almost wish that would have been the cliffhanger for the last episode, where Izzy and Paige are last, and maybe Phil's just like, it's a keep on racing, like all 4 teams are going into the final. Like that would have made more sense to me.
Maybe that's why they edited it that way, to try to make people think that's what's going to happen.
Or they would have ended on that cliffhanger, and then in this finale episode, they're like, Izzy and Paige, actually, you're continuing. That would have
that would have been sick.
Yeah, that would have been awesome.
And for me, I felt like Race was doing such a good job of laying the breadcrumbs for New York being the finale. The fact that in France, they're doing all these statues of liberty, right? And I felt like the New York team with Izzy and Paige was epic to see make that finale. So the tease was there. I was all for it. I wanted them to make it,
Yeah, I remember when we were watching the episode at the viewing party to Eric, I was just like, I walked over to him. He's like, bro, they're taking cabs, dude. I know exactly where this garment district is, right where FIT is, right where this. You could have just walked better. And then I asked Jack and Jazz, like, no, you had to take a cab. I was like, damn, whatever.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's get into it. Pit start departures give us a little bit of an idea that there's about an hour time difference between Jazz and Jag with Kyle and Taylor, and then about 15-minute time difference with Joseph and Adam. So not that far. Okay. They find out, they rip and read, they're going to New York. I think they're stoked about that. And I love the iconic shots that Phil's choosing, right, to intro. And for an Amazing Racer, like, this is where Amazing Race started.
Mm-hmm.
So for the nerd in me, right, the OG like super fan, you watch them start this season where Big Brother started, and you watch them finish the season where Amazing Race started in our season 1. I thought was pretty epic. I don't know if that was intentional, but I loved it. I was all here for it.
It was cool.
Nice.
An astute observation. I didn't pick up on that.
But it doesn't stop there. Like, the iconic just keeps getting piled on one after another, right? We find out, well, first off, I wanted to take a moment. I felt like there was a little bit of a master class from Jazz and Jag fortunate that they get paired up with someone who speaks their language. So there's already a genuine connection there when you can speak Punjabi and you're like, well, finally I'm in a place where I'm not being racially judged for the thing I'm wearing on my head. I've got somebody who knows
what a great moment for them based off of all the tough cab things they had in Europe. It was really nice just to like kind of let them know like it's all right. You guys are good. Yeah. I think they really it was beautiful the way the world worked there.
Yeah. But this is the language every team's having with every cab driver when they get in, right? Is you're talking about we're in a race for $1 million, go as fast as you can, like get us there as quickly as possible. But this dude did it. Like
this dude went off.
I had to fill the whole screen. He's like, all right, I'll make the car fly. And Joseph and Adam noticed the difference. Because all of a sudden they like take off around like 3
That was awesome.
You know, like crazy.
Heard Jack and Jazz are giving him 5%. No, I'm just kidding.
Maybe. They certainly gave him all their money at the end, which
that was
nice.
Great. Yeah, I was like, that's exactly what you got to do there, dude.
All right, being attentive to detail, I did map this whole thing out, and I got about 40 miles in total driving.
Wow.
That was done for the leg, and it would take about 3.5 hours based on the time that I estimated they were arriving in New York. So not a fast leg by any measure. And New York, you know, Tucker, it's busy, right?
Yeah, that 3 hours could be 5 easily if someone just decided to not pay attention on the road that day.
Like drive into construction or, you know,
right?
They go to the Empire State Building.
Oh, this was sick. I forgot about this.
It was like only like 20 people had rappelled.
Only 20, dude.
Like,
right?
Whatever.
That was cool.
That was so cool.
Who do I got to talk to, bro? I want to do that so bad. It's like I just raced up the 1,576 steps, but I didn't rappel off of it. Come on.
Yeah, you got to make like a triathlon, the Empire State Building triathlon. Run up, rappel down, figure something else to do.
Escalator slide the rest.
Escalator slide. But yeah, you nailed it. Like, so they're going to an iconic building. Empire State Building is an iconic building. They get an opportunity to do what nobody gets to do. I mean, millionaires cannot pay to do this. It's just not done. But somehow the Amazing Race finds a way to make it
production.
happen. I applaud World Race Productions.
No wonder why they're not
perfect weather.
Money.
Yeah, the weather was perfect.
Weather was perfect. Everything was perfect. I do think that this is epic and iconic. My only thing is when they say you're going to rappel down the Empire State Building, they really rappelled down this much. And so I'm like, yes, they did, but I'm like, it was just such a small amount. I thought the whole thing. I was wanting more.
Yeah,
that would be crazy. I'm not sure there's ropes long enough to rappel that. Like I think there may have been a limitation equipment-wise to being able to do that.
You're just like going down and seeing business.
Like the wind too. Imagine like
waving.
1,000-foot
the wind.
I would hate it either way.
Not your thing, James. You're not big on rappelling.
No.
If he's not jumping off a bridge, he doesn't want it.
Yeah. Oh God. I don't ever need to do that again.
That was by force. You didn't want to do that jump, did you?
Absolutely not. No.
You guys.
I thought I made it all the way through the race without having to do one heights thing, and I was like, "This is amazing." And then, of course, the last thing I have to do is jump off the bridge.
Yeah. So what took you guys longer, James? What took you longer, to jump off the bridge or to eat all the beignets?
Definitely beignets because of Will.
That's hilarious. Eric and I were like, bro, please let us like, I just want to eat these beignets right now, bro. Like, bust it out, guys.
For maybe 5 beignets, but after a while,
you're
gonna get sick of it. It's Can you ever eat a beignet again, or is it spoiled for you?
Oh, anytime we're like in New Orleans or if there's some like Mardi Gras event that we go to here in LA, I always make him eat one. I'm like, it's payback. You have to have one.
Yeah.
I love it. All right. So for those who follow the show, this was not a detour. This was not a roadblock. This is what's called an active route info.
Yeah.
And that's something that both team members have to do in order to be able to get the next clue. And again, I wrote Spire here because Lori's right. It wasn't rappel down the Empire State Building. It was rappel down the Empire State Building Spire. But again, still iconic.
Awesome.
From floor
rappel down any part of the
103
building.
to floor 90. That's
Yeah.
a significant distance, right?
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
I did appreciate Joseph's foreshadowing here when he's in the taxi commenting about the fact that we have two Big Brother winners going head to head here.
Mhm.
You know, you could see it. Like there are moments where the two are like brushing with each other at various different challenges throughout this episode. And I felt like, yeah, we were kind of like, well, how's this going to shake out? How's this going to go?
Yeah.
You know, who knows, right? Lori having just repelled it over the edge, I thought it was interesting. Not the same thing. Not
Almost
the same thing.
Almost the same thing.
5 floors, not 13 floors.
I was scared like it was the Empire State Building.
Yes. But it was the same equipment. That's what I was noticing was Lori was really frustrated with the fact that it's this left hand lever brake with that right hand feeder of the line. But for those that climb or whatever, that's just your standard setup. That's just how they set you up, right? But there was no way to go faster than you intend to go with this. Like the safety mechanism on this stuff is incredible.
Yeah.
Tucker, Eric, would you have been stoked by this experience or freaking out? Like how does it?
I would have loved.
I think this is one Heights one. Yeah, yeah. Tuck loves the Heights.
I would have been like Jazz and just been like, wee. Oh shit!
Flipping upside down.
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
Just like running from one side.
I feel like this is a
Oh my gosh, we're running from one.
He's doing some Mission Impossible
when
stuff.
Jazz is like looking, I do love that. I appreciate that because again, it's a once in a lifetime. It's just like, oh my gosh, I'm like, you couldn't pay me to do that. Like my eyes would be closed and I'd be like, son of a Eric, I could totally be like, what's up? And they're like, stop flying, stop moving.
Well, generally, like our division of labor plan was, if there was a Heights challenge, like Tuck was going to be the one to do it. But this is one I feel like at least of all the Heights challenges on this season, this is the one that I would most want to do. I mean, that's just,
you'd be stoked.
Yeah, I mean it's epic. Like I think the just how cool it is would offset the fact that
and it's also not like it's not straight down to the street from there. It like tears out. So
like there's clearly a floor there. You're not having to look all the way down to the little tiny ants and tiny little Hot Wheels cars.
Yeah, if you fell, you'd only fall 200 feet, so you'd be fine.
Not a big deal. 13 floors, whatever.
No problem. Eat that.
So I recognize from a logistic standpoint, I get the route design when you're getting these iconic stops. You've got some narrow windows that they're probably trying to accommodate the race to let us do this kind of stuff. So I'm not being critical of that. I appreciate the iconic nature of this leg. I felt they were still soft challenges. And I feel like, James, you probably felt the same way, right?
Yeah, I think my issue is that it was just so linear. Like it was the same placements from the Empire State Building onward. And like, of course, that makes for a predictable finale, but at the same time, like, I don't know what they could have done differently unless maybe they made one of the route infos a roadblock where one teammate had to do. The fact that there was no roadblock, I think, was crazy to me because we had two on ours.
Yeah, you had two in your final leg.
So that did cause bunch points for at least the first half of the leg, but it needed something. To let a team maybe kind of pass at one point. I don't know.
Well,
just like have a good chance for like them to catch up. It's basically like if you're in the lead on this leg, you're pretty smooth. There was no big blocker or anything where someone could mess something up horribly.
I mean, there were 3 major driving segments that potentially taxis could have done you in if they were idiots.
Right.
By this point in the race, though, these 3
or smart cab drivers is making extra money because they're not paying attention, baby.
Right. Oh, maybe. So I felt like what I was looking for in this challenge, James, was I loved the rappel where they had to gather the letters as they're going down, unscramble those letters and give an answer to the judge.
Oh, like on
able
our
to move
season.
along. Yes. Like that's what I was wanting here.
Yeah.
Yeah, and even like when I did the Challenge USA in the first episode, we had to rappel down a building, but we had to solve math on the way down. Just like there's a way to like add some other element.
There's like a layer missing or something.
Yeah, to make it more dynamic, where there is chance for the teams to slip up.
And if they mess up, they've got to go back up and do it again.
Yes.
And there's a potential cue that they now have to wait in for their turn.
Yep.
It shuffles things.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it seemed like most of these, like the most challenging part seemed like the pushing of the textiles. You know, like the 10 blocks or whatever.
Yeah.
Even still, that's like you're not gonna mess that up. It just might. It's gonna take X amount of time. Where it felt like most of these were like tasks and not challenges. You know.
Yes,
if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like to do this to check off.
Yeah.
I was watching this at home while Scott was at work, and I had messaged him. I'm like, this is like so boring. I wish Tucker and Eric were in this, because I think if you guys were with Jag and Jazz, you guys, you would be hit. It would be hit. You would be hit. That we would have been like, who's going to win? Like the whole time we knew it was Jag and Jazz. I mean, we already knew that months ago, but I'm like, if you're watching it, you're kind of guessing that. But I'm like, if you two were in it, oh my gosh, you would have made it such a better episode.
I know. Well,
run it back.
I mean, I think it would have been closer.
Show it.
I think it would have been closer, but
yeah, I think their cab driver really took the cake on that, though. It would have been
their taxi driver deserves third place, or not third place, but like
5%,
number 3 of the team, right?
Yeah.
Third member.
Yeah.
So from there, the iconic nature of the show gets even bigger, right? Like it's the climax, the pinnacle, the highest point for me. Sesame Street. 50 years this show has been running on television, right? Like that's crazy.
Okay, pause. I think it's iconic, but online people were like, what's up? You didn't have budget, you couldn't do anything. They got reamed for doing Sesame Street, but I think it's awesome. What do you guys
I loved it.
Fired up.
I loved it.
Okay.
Yeah. You know, I mean,
like
they could have just as easily done some lesser known, like some random bakery or what have you, and like this way they're looping in iconic set. Like everyone knows Cookie Monster, everyone knows Sesame Street. I think it's they took what could have been a bland thing and kind of went over the top with it. I liked it.
Yeah, I thought it was awesome. When when Cookie Monster says your name, I'm like, what?
Right?
Yeah, that would have been sick.
Like it's one thing when another Big Brother player knows your name and you're like, holy crap, how is this possible?
Like Cookie Monster.
But Cookie Monster knows my name? Like that's crazy. I did also have to give huge props to Phil. He went ham on that cookie.
He committed to the bet.
Monster. I applaud him.
You did. He did.
I mean,
committed to the bet.
The pressure's on. You're next to the best. You can't just nibble.
Yeah, right. You gotta go.
And Phil's a showman. He's not gonna stand down.
Man of the people right there.
Not gonna be upstaged by some Muppet,
Hello, this is my show. Stop hosting.
That's right. So, but Cookie Monster did get to intro this challenge and talk about the fact that he was having teams go to Epic's Bakery. Is that how you say it? Epic's? But go to this bakery.
Don't ask me.
And then deliver your special package to Cookie Monster. I love the fact that the information was just 1900 Broadway Avenue. I love the fact that they didn't know where they were going.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not till they walked in. Yeah.
Not till they walked in.
And no cross streets or anything. You just I think that adds some layer of difficulty at least.
And while there was definitely extra information in the additional info page that told them 4th floor, like there was definitely things we were hearing said as racers that we know is coming from that extra page. They still had no idea. I did grab this screenshot because I appreciated, again, this masterclass in Jazz and Jag basically saying, here's what we're doing. We're going up to this bakery. We're picking up the thing, but you're staying. You're waiting. We're going to then go to the next address. Like he's got them, so they have him so bought in as part of the team that
Alliance.
he's like, I love it. This shows kind of where the bakery is compared to where they had to go for Sesame Workshop. So you're right. It is right around the corner. You could have walked faster. Tucker.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Absolutely
I
true.
mean, especially running up there. Yeah.
I mean, it's like
could have got up there
5-6 blocks down.
Well, that's why they had you take a taxi to make it.
Right. Yeah.
And I feel like we're driving right by the Ghostbuster firehouse. That's like right there.
Oh, nice.
Too.
Oh, that's cool.
Didn't make the edit. Go ahead.
I wish that they had to like make the cookies. Again, there's a way to like make these tasks a little bit more dynamic where you see the bunch points. Like they should have had to make the perfect cookie for Cookie Monster. And it had to be like a certain thing, maybe with like one ingredient that trips them
certain
up,
number of chips, maybe.
Yes, or like this
Some
should have been
detail.
a point where they had to release their taxi. Like this should have been a point, say, hey, release your taxi, you're making
continue on foot.
And then they had to find a taxi. Like I think having the same taxi throughout the entire leg is also a huge factor in like how this whole leg played out. But imagine them releasing it and then having to find a new taxi. Like that adds more elements to this finale that should be so like, oh my God, anything can happen. But it never felt that way.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Agreed.
Yeah, I mean, it's another like, Jag and Jazz are good at the alliances. They got an alliance with their taxi.
With a taxi driver.
Exactly.
That's right. Got an extra express pass.
I was also thinking maybe everything was so short and the taxi was the same because where they ended up, maybe they only had a 2-hour window to film everyone at
the entire leg.
Yeah, in that baseball field. Like maybe there's other parameters that we don't know about. You only have whatever the repelling from this time to this time. Well, we can't make it hard for the teams to get to the repelling if we only have it. You know what I mean? I bet you there's all of that we have no clue about.
Yeah, and I remember timing was real tight on us being at Yankee Stadium. Like when we were done, it was like I forget exactly what, but like the grounds crew was like, all
wrap it up,
like stepping on the diamond and everything, and like get off the pitch, man. So there might have been.
I walked out there and spit on the field. Bostonians, baby.
Red Sox.
He's 365 days of the year.
That's too funny. All right, so got to go to 19 on Broadway. I did grab these screen grabs because I appreciated the arrows. As a tar racer, you're looking for the red and the yellow. And so coming out of the elevator, it was down there on the bottom telling them to go left. You can see in the background shot, there's on that desk another arrow pointing down the hallway. So
even on the box, that little tiny thin ribbon was red and white stripes like a candy cane. So I thought that was cool too. I like all those little things.
Yeah.
So they get there, they're going through a door that says on air. They've got to be thinking, holy crap, this is a little bigger than what we thought it was going to be. Don't just deliver a cookie. They walk in and they've got a ring for delivery. Like just some iconic stuff, right? Punch the bell. Who pops up? Cookie Monster.
That costume. Come on. That costume is
so good. The costume's hilarious.
So Cookie Monster, I think, easily best on this entire leg. So much fun. He was really, really killing it.
Yeah.
I still felt like there was something more that could have been done here. And I get tight window. We don't know when the next team's coming. We don't want to bottleneck things too much, but
make something, build something.
Like the clue buried in the trash, because Oscar was there.
And
they got to
go through some
little needle in the haystack.
Sometimes they do those things where you got to like break stuff and find where it is. That would have been a mix. But it was sick to see Oscar the Grouch.
Yeah.
So being the tar nerd that I am, I hear the Grouch say, "Hey, just throw your trash on the ground." And watching Kylan dig for the tab that production has drilled into our minds that we cannot drop on the ground. We have to make sure we put it in our pocket. Watching him dig that out and intentionally throw it on the ground felt so liberating to me. And I'm like, throw that tab on the ground. I don't know. Did anyone else feel that way?
Yes.
I didn't even notice that.
I didn't notice it, but I feel that way now.
Yeah, little Easter egg for the racers for sure.
Yeah. For sure. And then I had to include this shot. So first off, Cookie Monster gets the episode title where he says 1 million cookies. He's stoked to do it, even if he has to be partnered up with Oscar the Grouch for it. They get to use them for the casting video, which is super fun. But then when Darren and Matt posted photos with Cookie Monster, like those are the behind the scene things where you can just see these guys are like kids on Christmas Day. Like they're so stoked. Like,
I mean, what a cool job. You know, like this is, they do this stuff all the time. Like once or twice a year. This is, those guys are awesome. And they're all they deserve to have a lot of fun, you know, behind the scenes here.
Right.
Yeah, because it's a ton of work that goes into this too. I still don't know how they pull it off and then right away do it.
Right.
Yeah, they're amazing. So it's always great to see them having fun. I really liked, you know, all these guys, Pat too.
Just grabbing a water in my mouth.
Oh yeah, totally. So here's what you kind of laid the foundation for, James. One team walks out and doesn't have a taxi. Like, again, if they had to release their taxis, this moment where we're all feeling that angst could have been present for everyone. Everyone's struggling with how are we going to get from Sesame Street over to, you know, the dress shop, you know, where the fabric store is or whatever, right? Yeah. Like that was hard to watch. I felt bad for these guys.
But that one, if all the teams had to do that, it just would have made it a little bit more like
a little sweeter.
The angst. Yes.
I bet you they probably weren't expecting any of the cabs to wait because it's New York City. They can still make more money right away. So they maybe on production's end, they weren't expecting that.
You know, there's an easy way to make sure they wait for you. There's an easy way. There's an easy way to make sure the cab wait for you. You don't pay them. You don't pay them. They're gonna wait for their fare, right?
Maybe.
So
yeah, they probably could, or they'll just be like, "All right, screw this person.
I'm out. I don't want to deal with this anymore." Hey. All right, so now they got to go to the garment district. Spandex House is where they're going to go pick up all this garment stuff. I felt like this was the closest to an actual difficult challenge. Like if any of the challenges actually measure up to be considered maybe a challenge, it was this one. They've got to fill
it was so funny how Jag was just taking all the Jazz's stuff and then like I was struggling with it. And then the second they go, I like say to Eric, I was like, Jag's pushing it like there's two on there, bro. Like it was just so funny. It was a good brotherly moment. Just Jazz is like, Jag's like, I'm fine, dude. It was so
Well, and to be fair, I did grab screenshots of that stuff. Sorry, here it is.
You're getting ahead of the ball, dude.
That's okay. No, because there were definitely different ways of doing the cards from each team, right? You get Jag bundling, like realizing I'm constantly catching up to Jazz. Maybe I can take more weight because something's encumbering him. I honestly think it's just the fact that Jazz has to part the sea of pedestrians to get people to move out, and Jag just gets to fill the void.
Yeah, I guess to go through.
Obviously, it's going to be easier to trail, but Jag is like, hey, let me take some more weight. Yeah, Kylan's a beast. He's taking all but one bolt for Taylor and their approach. But then you see Joseph and Adam doing this like accordion approach.
They were saying that their carts were tied together, and someone said they couldn't untie it. Is what I heard.
What?
You can see the rope on them.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, then
it looks like it's just
fair.
on one of them. It doesn't look like it connects to the other. That's what I was seeing in it, but it could have been on the other side. But they're like, dude, our things were tied together, and we're like, we're not taking the time to untie these things. And I was like, oh, dang.
That's crazy.
That is wild.
Yeah. Maybe you should have taken the time to untie them. I don't know, but I wonder if you have to like. I wonder if you could just load them up on one cart. You know, have one person directing traffic and the other person just.
I bet that's. I bet like they couldn't. That's probably why Kylan and Taylor, because you know it's like you gotta both deliver it. So if one person's not doing, I would stay safe and keep one on the cart just in case.
Yeah.
Well, but it did say just take 2 carts. It didn't say load 2 carts. It said, well, I don't know the additional work, but it said take 2 carts. So we took the cart. It was empty, but we took it. I don't know. Mine would have one on it, if any, and that's how I would have done the rest. I'm like, that's no brainer.
There was a time when Eric and I were in Stone, right? That's what it was. Or Salt. Yeah, Stone. I always want to call it Salt because we did the Salt thing there. But we like there was something on the directions that like we read one way, but we saw it could be read another way. And basically, like Eric was carrying some bags in his hand and didn't put them all in the wheelbarrow. And then they like stopped us for a second. They're like, "No, they have to be in the wheelbarrow." And we're like, "No, they don't. Read the clue."
Read the clue.
It was that we took 11 bags. And
instead of 10 in case one of them.
We only had to like get 10 approved, but we're like, we're
taking the extra
11 or 12, whatever it was. And they were like, "You can't do that." And we're like, "It doesn't say it. We can't do that." And they were like, "All right,
that is so smart. That's like, so smart.
So smart.
Brilliant.
Yeah. Still had to go back. But
worked out on that one.
With Amazing Race, we constantly see challenges where there's needle in the haystack. There's an element here where they got to find the bolts amid the 2 floors of fabric. Yep. I love that. And then you've also got to deliver. We see a lot of delivery challenge. You got to deliver the flowers. You got to deliver, whatever it is, right? The mattresses. So I love this. I love this challenge being multi-level because any one of those parts could trip somebody up.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I did feel like the fabric felt too easy to
Thank you. It drove me bonkers because it felt like
spit it out, James.
Obviously, the bolts that they needed to find were all wrapped in plastic. If you look at the shelves, no other bolts were wrapped in plastic. So these were already like prepackaged, ready to be taken out onto the streets.
Right.
So once they found one, they were all bunched there. And if you looked closely, the other colors were next to them. So they were all strategically placed throughout the shop. But it drove me nuts. This could have been a roadblock, first of all, but also it was way too easy.
Yeah, I think this should have been a roadblock. Like that would have been a good thing of, it just would have made it a little bit more difficult. You can't divide it a little bit longer.
Well, and I felt like for me, one of the designs or strategies for Amazing Race is roadblock stacking, leaving yourself agency in the late game, and sometimes the consequences of your decision. So when you're 7-6 going into this leg, you're forcing the other person to have to step up and do this roadblock. And then there's no roadblock to do. There's no consequence.
That was dumb.
It just felt so empty. For
me. Didn't this season have like the least amount of
detours
we'll ever? Okay.
Oh,
yeah. Interestingly enough.
Yeah, there were a number of I guess I don't really know if it was more than other seasons, but of these like active route infos. I feel like in Romania, the first episode in Romania, like the whole thing was active route infos, with the sheep herding and then going to get the clue. You had to make the raft and paddle out, and it's like none of these are detours or roadblocks. So I don't know, maybe there was a number of those to kind of offset it, but
there were more this season. But as a viewer, I like watching that besides just running up, grabbing a clue and running away. Like you're running up, build that float thing. Kind of teeter out there in the middle of the pond, grab it, build. Like that's more entertaining to watch.
Yes. I have an idea. I'm gonna float.
I just love, like, obviously as a racer, when you rip open the clue and it's like head to the pit stop, you're like, all right, you're fired up because hopefully you're in a good spot or whatever. But at the same time, you're like, damn, like this is a lot of fun. I want to keep going. Like, oh man. So I always like those active route infos. It was just like I just kept wanting to go out there,
And one funny thing that they didn't air that I was hoping they did that happened at that raft building thing. Like Eric and I were just getting off, and Joseph and Adam were going in, and you saw they tried to go in, and they were like sinking and falling off. They came out. They end up yelling to me. They're like, "Yo, how'd you get your raft to float?" I was like, "You got to put helium in it." And they were literally like, "What? Where's the helium tank?" I was like, "You put it in the blue bucket." And all of production started cracking up and like turning away.
That's hilarious.
And then I kind of felt bad because they like really believed it, didn't know I was joking.
We let them know.
We let them know right after, because I just finished and I was like, feeling great. And they were like, "Wait, what? Put it in here?" And I was like, "No, dude, it just floats."
Sarcasm, people.
So
here's an idea I want to float by you. 3 active route infos. This feels like a scramble that never happened.
Yes.
This feels to me like the finale scramble that should have happened, because if this is a scramble, this is genius. the way you tackled these 3 active route infos, and while there were small windows of time, and I get why maybe logistically they changed this in design, this is an incredible finale scramble if that's what this was. And I felt like the scramble in Paris with just the 3 statues of liberty didn't feel like a scramble because there was no challenge associated with
just picked up the piece.
Right.
Yeah, I mean that's another great way to add some suspense to the episode. That's I didn't even think of that. That would have been cool, exciting.
Because it was well executed for season 35. Like they started at this, Space Needle, and after that, it was you choose your fate and what route you want to take to get to the finish line. So this could have easily been a scramble for sure.
Yeah. Okay. So another kudos moment. I love the fact Jazz and Jag come out, get directions from the guy who's already on your team trying to help you anyways.
Yeah.
Right? Like we don't have to go very far.
Don't have to get him to sign off again.
I know.
Yeah.
Pro move, bro.
So this is a straight shot down. I think it's whatever. I forgot the name of that street, but we're going from the Spandex House to the Feldman Center. It's
down
not
7th Ave.
7th Ave. Okay. So not hard, but busy, congested. Like it's a hassle, right?
Yeah. And those streets up that way, they're like just, I mean, I bike everywhere. They're on the sidewalk, so that's better, but like they're trash. It's not a smooth road.
Not clean.
You can use these tiny wheels to make it smooth. They're going to be clacking all around. It's going to be loud. And
this was the moment everyone was holding their breath because it felt like there was a chance, right? Something that might do Jazz and Jag in, maybe their Achilles heel, fabric stuck in a wheel of the cart.
That could have been horrible.
That, right?
Yeah.
I felt like watching Jazz cross the street and seeing that fabric starting to kind of like trail out of his cart because he's stepping on it and he's basically just like doing the magician scarf, like dragging more and more fabric out of that as he's taking one step after another. They stop to verify where they're going. They turn around and push the cart the wrong way. That's where the fabric gets stuck under the wheel and it gets all caught up.
Yeah. Man. Well, yeah. Good thing they were able to resolve it quickly. I mean, that would have been
that thing could have got jammed in there hard.
Yeah.
I mean, I would have lost them.
Would have been more exciting for the viewer, but like that's something like they would never forget that. Never pushing another cart again after that.
Never want to step on a red
hats off to
carpet.
them. They always were able to think on their feet, and this was a good example of that.
Yeah, I feel like this was a moment that they edited to make it look like it was minutes, and it probably was 35 seconds. Knowing Jazz and Jag, this probably wasn't that hard to troubleshoot, but they sure dragged it out and made us think, oh, maybe this is it. Maybe this is the moment.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, from there, they're going to Sarrett Studios, and this is basically where they realize that they get their final challenge. Like, this is the memory challenge that they've waited all season long to try to accomplish. I love that it was a New York Times crossword puzzle. Like, I appreciated the immersion in something New Yorky, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Totally. Yeah. No, I think this is
incredible.
I like this one a lot. And like the very first one, I was like, Eric, that looks like Dubrovnik. Like not even hearing it.
You're like solving it.
And then they wrote Prague. I was like, it is Dubrovnik. Because I'm not like Eric does crossword puzzles. Everyone in my family does them a lot, I never really do it much, so I was just like amped. My brain was just like, that's Dubrovnik. It's stupid.
Cool.
These are I didn't get a chance to get a close view of these of the clues.
These were the best screen grabs I could grab.
I know they're so blurry.
I want somebody to recreate this for all the fans out there to have a chance to solve, because I feel like there's so many fun clues here. Like I saw race has 12, you have 2. Like that's a fun throwaway. Like everyone's gonna know legs, but still that's a fun thing. Like that's not anything somebody journaled special to have to remember. But then there clearly are things like the forenet or some of these other specialty. Like I love the Z's having been transposed, where one Z belongs in the place where the U-turn board was, versus the regular Z in the other word. Like That's genius. That's well-designed gamesmanship on production's part, I feel like.
Yeah, it's an incredible memory task, but my biggest gripe was showing the mistakes.
Yes.
With $1 million on the line, and like this is the final task to like prove that like you know everything about the entire race you just ran. You should not highlight the mistakes. Like I'm sorry, like that should not have been a give me, and that drove me nuts.
Wait, what? I'm confused. What do you
So
mean?
like, so when
top
Jag and
right
Jazz
corner
walked in,
here. So you
and then
couldn't press the button until you've attempted the solve. But as soon as you press the button, it will show you in red what you got wrong. And that's where they know to switch the Z's. They have the Z from Boozabar inside Hasdor. So that's an easy solve now. You just switch.
Yeah, I understand now. Yeah.
Right?
I agree.
But
so
I
just
do
like
understand you need that button to initiate the second phase once you have solved it, where you get the yellow letters.
Yeah.
But I agree. There was no need to give them red. Just tell them, sorry, you didn't get it right. Like you didn't
Because
tell
like
them
if you took
wrong.
a step back and looked at it, you probably, knowing Jag and Jazz, they probably didn't even need that to be highlighted. They probably would have just been like, oh, let's switch the Z's around. Yeah. Like, I mean, and maybe they just got lucky too that those were the only two mistakes. So it's easy to switch out. But I just wish that they would not have told what the mistakes were.
That's a given.
I mean, I'll show you on the solve attempt by Kylan and Taylor. There's 6 letters that get highlighted there. So again, I feel like that's too much information to be given this late in the game. Where you can quickly make some changes and, you know.
And I hate to say it, but I do feel like that was one of my biggest gripes with this season, is I think there were a lot of tasks where judges would point things out that were wrong, and it would be easy for teams to correct. And I just, in the earlier seasons, that was never, it was just we got just a finger shake in our face and we were like, what are we doing?
Figure it out.
And then you get in your head and you have this stress point and you see the teams crack and like, it's a fun as a viewer to see how are they going to pivot and actually problem solve. But when a judge points it out, we lose that. Like I think that's what shows which teams are strong, is how are they going to problem solve, not knowing what's wrong.
Yeah.
When they think things are spiraling out of control.
Yes.
Right. Like you have to allow things to get hectic for them to spiral. Right.
Yeah. I thought good examples of that was Stone with the memorization and like running around the village right there. And then when we were in Prague with the remember the chair. That one was tough.
Oh yeah.
You're just like he's like 12 or whatever.
So loud in there you can't hear yourself think.
Don't even sound like words to you, and then they're just like, nope, and you're like, I have no idea what I'm doing wrong here. So I mean, I agree. You know, there were some where they gave you more help than they probably should have, but there were definitely
where was that kind of help on the Greek alphabet, huh?
Red.
Jesus.
All right, so they solve the puzzle. They see the yellow letters. Those all get brought to the bottom. And the lesser known puzzle in the New York Times is the word scramble or the jump. And they've got to rearrange the letters. Luckily, you see Y, rare letter. That's your clue that maybe this is Yankee Stadium. And it was, right? Yeah. So from there they go. They've got to take off and run. I did love this idea from Reality TV Fan. On Tar Hub, he said he would love them to have gone to the New York Times building and have to do a needle in the haystack related to headlines on newspapers that reflect events that happen during this, right?
Like that's actually genius. That's a really good idea.
Yeah. So, but we got a crossword puzzle. It works. So they go to the Yankee Stadium. That's where you guys are waiting. How long were you guys? How long were you guys there doing all the preview shoots? Like, because
probably what, 2 hours, 3 hours?
Yeah, 2 hours or so. We're probably there for a total of 3. Because like once they started, you know, we're like you have to run out on the field and stuff and wait a minute. Jag and Jazz came like 10 minutes after we were on the field or so. Right? It wasn't that long. Maybe
I mean, it was a little longer than that, but yeah, I mean, they came quickly, and production was like, "Guys, we need to film this. Like, one team's coming, blah blah blah."
Yeah, and then then they trickled in after. I think Kylan and Taylor weren't too far behind them. Maybe like
30 minutes or so.
Yeah, and then Joseph and Adam were like 30 behind them.
Okay, so there's about 30-minute time gap between the three
Yeah.
teams.
Yeah, which means Joseph and Adam made up some good time based on where they started, and I think Kylan and Taylor kind of kept the same distance or so.
Same pace.
Yeah,
I feel like we got a hint because all three teams seem to be present at the crossword puzzle when Jazz and Jag got their solved, because we see the reaction to them running out, and there's that deflated moment where you're like, because we've already known, like the clue.
Do we know that they were all there at the same time? Because I was wondering if that was editing.
Oh, maybe it could have been responding to something
just
else.
to make it like a more exciting.
Yeah.
It's so close. It could go either way. Because they would cut to their reactions. I'm like, are they really reacting to that? I was very curious if that was editing or not.
Yeah. No, I think they were. I think I remember Joseph and Adam saying that. But
they saw that.
And I could see that crossword puzzle taking about an hour to solve. Like it seemed like a tough.
Really? Wow.
Dragging and dropping the letters would get annoying, and it's of course technology, so I'm sure there was probably some kind of glitch. Yeah.
Like, clearly first strike, last strike, or whatever it was that was holding up Jag and Jazz between Express Pass and Hazard. Like there were some things that were a little bit more far removed for them to make immediate connections with, but yeah. So anyways, from there, we do get to see a brief moment where Jazz and Jag are paying it back. They're literally handing over all their leg money plus their euros. They're like, dude, go exchange this, convert it, like live the good life.
Yeah, what a good dude.
Love it.
I love that.
Yeah, that was great. That was great to see for sure.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they had so much money left over still.
Well, what was there to spend on? Like this leg, what were you spending any money on? Except
I just mean like the euros, like they're saving euros. Like we were running.
Well,
you were buying we're buying like bananas.
Well, and magnets and ice cream.
Yeah, that's true.
Every leg, right?
Can't forget about that.
Yeah, that's right. And fridge magnets and ice cream for sure.
I grabbed the
more important than food.
I did see the yellow and red arrow as they ran into that little atrium area. So I had to grab that. And then, of course, they run onto the field. You guys are set up right there at the second base spot with the stage. Ours was also in a baseball stadium. It was the
Weird.
Marlins. So back-to-back seasons were finishing in a stadium. I believe ours was because it was covered and it was storming so bad that, like, that was the only place we could shoot anything high. I think ours was the last-minute kind of pivot. But we didn't get to be on the dirt. We had to stay in the outfield, like in the grass area. So I thought it was kind of cool. You guys got to have the middle section. The infield.
They're gonna spit on the field.
You got to spit on it. See? Great opportunity.
It's great.
So winners of the Amazing Race, Jazz and Jag, they bring home the win. They also bring home 5 wins in a row, 5 leg wins, which is tying the record, right? And then they also had 7 leg wins overall, and it would have been 8 if they hadn't given away the birthday present, which would have given them another tie for a record, which is just
wild,
insane to think about, right?
Mm-hmm. They had a great run. They deserve to win. They
crushed it.
And the winners of 4 other legs that season are you two. Like, I feel like you guys had a classic back and forth between teams kind of battling at the top, So I feel like you guys have unfinished business. Maybe.
No doubt. Yeah, we're ready. I mean, we're ready to come back. Yeah, we'll leave tonight. We're ready.
All right. Second place was Kylan and Taylor. They got to drag home $25,000 for their, place, and then Joseph and Adam finished in third place. They get $10,000. I feel it's a little sad. It trickles off so much. I know
that's
it's
crazy,
significant. Yeah,
and these are the same prize values from 25 years ago. In 2001.
It's crazy.
So I feel like, come on,
didn't inflation happen and stuff? Have a $10 million pot. I'm just saying. Yeah, I'm grateful for this one. Big Brother was rough, dude. $750 for the longest time, getting tortured for like fun.
Yeah.
No. Step up the prize money.
Yeah.
I love seeing everybody there for the finale. That was super cool to have the whole group there. Epic shot. I love that. Let's recap the season just a little bit. I did love last night, Elise. She doesn't have a lot of these guys. Like, I love her support of the show. She is a fan as much as she's a creator of The Amazing Race, but she doesn't do a lot of these speaking engagements. So for her to set time aside and go to Fit and do this with Natalie, I thought was just super awesome.
She hadn't been back to FIT since she graduated, and she shared the whole story as to how she met Bertram and created Amazing. It was sweet. Yeah.
And then
it was a really
so many
really cool
Amazing
thing.
Race alumni in that shot, in that picture with you guys. Like, that was super cool to see family turning out to support the Amazing Race too. So Elise had to feel special being surrounded by so many racers. Like, super fun.
Yeah, for sure.
I love this. This is just shows the average placement for all the teams throughout the entire season. Even though you guys got eliminated in that 5th spot, still you guys did a great job.
Yeah.
Still held it down, baby.
We had a good run. It ended a little too early, but we're ready to run this back. You know, we're ready.
And then I wanted just to throw up some trivia that they talked about. This season set a lot of records. This was the most family teams we've ever seen compete in a standard format, with nine different teams of your 13 had a familial relationship of some sort. Super cool.
That's cool.
The most sibling teams of any season was 7 of you guys, and you guys fall into that bracket. This was the first season we obviously know that had 3 teams that got U-turned.
That was sick. Even though the outcome sucked, that was electric, dude. Love that happened.
It was the first season that we had a penalty vote implemented as a penalty for non-elimination leg.
Yeah, that was not
bro.
That was oh man. That was so weak.
Still pissed about it.
And like
that was annoying.
We're the ones that
give
them
like, 15 minutes at least, dude.
That was like, it was like, you guys get a vote. No one's gonna vote.
Nobody's voting for you guys.
Well, they also announced it after you guys voted, so it was just kind of like
stupid.
I feel like James nails it in the sense that if they had said it before you go vote, now I think they catch some strays. Because there's a potential team.
That was just the production. Like they did tell us.
Oh, okay.
They did tell us that was the penalty. But even still, it's like, okay, so like
no one's gonna vote for them.
Like
they should have had a speed bump.
In the back of the pack, like you've been like you've been sort of making like self-deprecating jokes about like how bad you guys have been at navigation and blah 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 blah. It was like, dude, no one was coming to U-turn you. They were coming to U-turn us and Jazz and Jag and maybe Kylan and Taylor. And it was like, So obviously from the team that went out that leg, we're like, dude, this is the penalty. This is the weakest penalty I've ever seen. But
ever on the show, dude.
Whatever.
It's not a penalty. No.
Yeah, it was like, okay, it's nothing. I literally
afterthought.
But whatever.
Do better next time.
Yeah. Well, this next bit of trivia I thought was stupid. They said this is the first season not to feature the fork in the road or the value roulette since their introduction in our season 37. It just meant we didn't do it. Like, that's so dumb.
What is AI generated? Like
this is the wicked dumb, the fandom. But anyways, it was the lowest number of teams to win legs. This tied the record.
Only 3. Yeah.
Only 3 teams.
I mean, dude, it was us and Jazz and Jag. And then the bone was thrown, you know?
So if we don't throw the bone, you guys have an exclusive record all of your own, which is 2 teams, right?
Yeah.
So season 13, season 20, and season 36 were the other seasons, US style, that had just 3 teams win, which is pretty iconic. Yeah. And then we see a couple more things with the fact that this was the second season to feature multiple teams with contestants their big brother. Season 31 was Reality Showdown. Again, we've had single teams crossover, but never multiples, so that was super fun. Yeah. This was the third season to start outside the U.S. 34 and 36 both started outside the U.S. And then they talked about the fact that this was the first time that the hazard's been featured since 19. The most Asian American contestants ever to be featured. There's 8. this was something I thought this was the first time that someone got U-turned, won the leg. That's cool.
huge.
Record. Thoughts on the season as we kind of wrap up?
Yeah, I mean, no, I thought it was great. Like you said, yeah, it was the best experience we've ever had. Like we were living our best life, like on cloud 9,000 the entire time. So I mean, I understand
the hotels.
Yeah, I understand if some fans are like, some fans didn't like the European adventure, branding of it or what have you. But like my experience was nothing but awesome. So I loved it. I understand that there's going to be opinions on this aspect of that, but like I just had the best time of my life. So I loved it. I thought it was a great season.
No, like
the best season I've ever seen.
Eric and I will drop everything and start tomorrow. It was something we felt like our whole led up to. It was wicked fun. And
James, what were your thoughts?
It's not like a top season for me, but that has nothing to do with the cast. Like I love the cast knocked it out of the park. Like I love seeing familiar faces. I loved having friends on this season. Like that's what made it fun and exciting for me. And honestly, the European adventure route didn't bother me because we technically already seen that in season 34. I mean season 33 and 34 kind of, even though they went to Jordan, but still like the route, the European focus didn't bother me. To me, it was just overall how this whole race was designed. I think there was a lot of flaws in how legs were ultimately produced and how they were designed to make it a very linear season. And I think that really falls on the design. And I think as a viewer, that was frustrating to watch, but I think the cast is what made it fun.
So I have to say I agree with James. And this EDGIC. So EDGIC is a way that you can paint teams in the context of how their edit kind of comes across. And with Survivor, the way you win is playing a middle of the road or an under the radar kind of a game, because it allows you to kind of sidestep big targets using shields, all this other kind of stuff. In Amazing Race, this much yellow makes for kind of a boring season because you want to see more of the inter-team dynamics and the struggles with teams being tested by the challenges. And so as amazing as the challenges were, and as amazing as you guys were at dominating those challenges, I felt like there was still something left to be desired from the season that I think from a design perspective, they obviously can do better. What I love about Amazing Race, though, is that they take notes and they don't rest on their laurels. They're going to take this and make 39 and 40 and 41 better because of it too. So that's what I love as well.
Yeah. I think overall, if there were more times, there were a few legs that were just kind of linear, and if there were ways to sort of, even just like, this detour doesn't open until 12 o'clock or whatever. If there were things like that where you could just have more of everyone doing it at the same time, that would kind of, make it, add some dynamism to it. That was, maybe
hours of operation changes things significantly.
Yeah.
Right. And it's not a bad season. It's not terrible at all. Like the fact that the triple U-turn vote was literally the standout moment of the season for me.
Yeah.
It made it interesting. Yes. It just like that was so good. I mean, at least you had race elements where like you can't say the same for like season 34 or season 36. Like that was equally like design, but also COVID. I get it, but they didn't have any game elements of the Amazing Race that make the Amazing Race what it is. Mm-hmm. And at least this season had those things.
Yeah.
And I love seeing Amazing Race find things like driver's seat from our season that work really well, and immediately reworking those back into the system so we can see that, right?
Yeah.
So, all right, we're going to wrap up because fortunately, because of Mike Bloom and Parade Magazine, we've got some teasers, and I want to share them from this article about 39 and 40. So Phil was interviewed by Mike Bloom in this article and talked about the fact that he said the luck is the residue of design. And he feels that season 39 is the perfect example of that. He said they got a captivating cast, some new twists, which gave us the desired results of changing things up. So again, I love the fact that they're testing new game elements, trying new things out. So I'm excited about that. He says great weather and destinations where it really made a difference. Some unpredictable challenge moments. So again, I feel like what you're begging for, James, Phil's teasing might be present in 39, which makes me excited, right? And then he says that the special episode I took particular interest in ended with a special personal moment in my life.
Because don't they go to where he's from? Yeah, I think
New
they go to New Zealand, right? Where he's from. Okay.
So I'm excited for 39. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch. Unfortunately, we have to wait till potentially next fall.
Oh my gosh, so stupid.
Like 10 months from now to get to tune in. But I'm excited for it. And then that article, we're not going to spend much time on this, but those who want to read it should. He starts going off on ideas for season 40. And some of these ideas are incredible. He talked about space twice. And for somebody to use the phrase, mark my words, I'm like, Amazing Race people, start training in zero gravity circumstances and challenges, because there's going to be maybe a space element that we just
How is that possible? But are we talking like space that Katy Perry went to space? That kind of space?
I don't know.
I don't know.
For 14 minutes.
I see the one thing I see in there, it says, we have been considering an all-star season. Yeah. No, that is what I'm talking about. That's what I like to see right there.
So he goes on, and I have another slide here.
Oh my gosh.
He talks about a second chance this season. He talks about an all-winner season. He talks about all-stars, which could be a mix of both.
Lots, yeah.
He talks about first boots, although he said that's got to be the slowest season we'll probably ever shoot because these people are notoriously very slow. So he's throwing shade.
No, we don't want the first boots. They're boring. They got out so early.
Unless it's just like 12 Enzo and Jax, I'll watch that all day.
Yeah, true.
But he did talk about the fact that there could be some elements where Survivor left it in the hands of the fans to vote on some elements, that there could be a fan element. And I do appreciate leading into our season, Bill talked a lot about how they've been reading the comments from fans and trying to incorporate that. And I appreciate that. When you're not resting on your laurels and you're looking to like improve and make things better, who better than to go back to the ones that have been loyal to the format and are having these ideas and they're sharing?
Interesting.
Yeah. My issue with the fan vote is you're going to get a lot of repeat teams that fans are like, the fans still want Cowboys back. I don't need to see I don't need to see the Cowboys race again. I do not need to see them race again. And like them, people also want to see the Globetrotters. Like I would love OG teams. Don't get me wrong. Like there is definitely some hype about bringing teams back that have raced once, but I don't need to see the twice, the three-peats, the four-peats. I don't.
What about bringing back the Cowboys? So you're running the race. They're at a leg where you have to work with them or do something with them.
That'd be interesting.
They're not contestants.
Let them host the challenge.
Yes.
They're throughout the challenge. And
that's so much different.
Sprinkle legends in to the various different, and you get the historical nod to previous eras. And maybe they're not racing again, but they still get to be a part of the experience. Like that's
that'd be cool.
When you get the clue from Derek and Claire for Los Angeles.
Or 40 is a big season, and this is me speaking as a fan. Like I'm so excited for 40. Whatever they end up doing in terms of the creative, like it's going to be an exciting season, and I really hope they hype it up. I feel like they haven't really done a good job at hyping up the last couple of seasons in terms of marketing, and I feel like there's so much room here to like hit the ground running with. It's 25 years of the race, 40 seasons. Big season, and then imagine a finish line where you kind of open it up to a bunch of alumni who aren't on this season to come be at the finish line to cheer. It would just there's a way to make this so true to the word amazing, and I hope that they do it.
I agree. Would you guys race again, James? You and Will?
Oh yeah, I mean, in a heartbeat. Like it would be the same thing what Tucker and Eric are saying. Like if they called like right now, I'd be like, okay, we're leaving. Bye,
What's
guys.
our color? Because I got to put an Amazon order in.
Gotta go on Amazon real quick. Man, I think it would be cool to bring back like stars, like the Cowboys, that kind of thing. But in order for that to work, the people that are racing have to be some kind of like they would have to know. Like if you get a bunch of newbies, a lot of these newbies don't know who the Cowboys are. So they'll be like, hey, what's up? While other teams like Scott would be like, oh my gosh, no way, you guys, it's so great to meet you. And other teams are like, who are they? Like, hey, what's up? They would have to, I don't know how they would incorporate that word. It would be a significant factor. But I like the finish line that has all these legends or all the winners or something. Oh my gosh.
I have a twist idea I want to throw out. We have an intersection where you have to team up to do a roadblock with another team, right? You get the roadblock performers are paired together. The non-roadblock performers are paired together. Immediately following that challenge, you have a fork in the road where you have to go separate ways.
With
you
a person?
have a double elimination at the end of those forks. Where you can send home potentially 2 teams that are hybrids. And the remaining teams regroup with their partners if they're still in it. But the teams that survive stay racing with that new partner. So it's kind of like season 29, but
but
they're their teams. They survive.
That'd be crazy.
But
nuts. That would be nuts. Yeah.
I would like that.
Yeah, that would be crazy.
I don't.
Yeah.
I have lunch. I have lunch plans I gotta get to.
Oh, we gotta go.
Okay, yes, we gotta go.
Sorry.
Thank you guys.
Let's wrap things up. Let's just thank you for your time, taking busy time out of your day to come do this recap. We appreciate it.
It's our pleasure. You guys are awesome at hosting and doing these podcasts.
Yes,
really
thanks for having us.
Thanks so much.
We will say goodbye and wrap things up. Love you guys.
Awesome.
Love you guys. I miss you already.
Miss you already.
Bye, everyone.
And dance it out.